We back once motherfucking again with some Nocturne gameplay. This is sort of a follow-up to my guide on my main channel where I went over all the itemization details and stuff like that. You guys might want to check that out if you don't know me. I'm a challenger jungler on US. By the way, this is a remake of this video because I messed up the audio and yeah, it's a repost of the same video on this channel, unfortunately. Hopefully, maybe I can provide some extra value if you already watched this shit. Either way, I'm starting Raptors and I'm doing the BF Sword recall with triple tonic in order to build TAL. If you want to learn in depth, check out my guide. In this game, I'll go a bit briefly over that, but realistically you're going to learn a lot more about the gameplay parts of Nocturne and jungling in general, mid-game, late-game acro, and how you should view the win conditions of this champion in my humble opinion. So I went for a little tempo last stand to cover myself in late game. You don't need this necessarily against this team, but if you get to late game and they get a lot of tanky items, they get a lot of edges, set up Zonia, shield bow, Jax with some armor items, they have a Lulu. I think this setup can help. Especially if the game is hard, of course. Just a simple full clear here. Not a big deal. We see Viego doing some stupid fucking gank in top lane, and it worked. So our top laner died. But this is the crab. And I know that he has to go back to his crags, his 20 CS, he gave me the information. Which is gonna be super valuable later. What you have to do here in order to get a BF sword easily. So every minute you get a jungle treat, which reads that every time you kill a camp, it gives you 20 gold. So I'm trying to wait for 4:30, you have to do this. But unfortunately, if we slow motion this, I get 4:30, but it doesn't give me the treat until 4:31 for some reason. So I don't get the 20 gold, which means I have to wait the 20 gold in base. That really fucking blows, but even like this, it's not a big deal. I'm still on the Wolf and Grump respawn at a similar time. I just have to use one smite. I was sitting on 2 smites anyway. So it ends up being okay. Although I wasted like 2 seconds, so if you are too late to these Raptors, it sucks. And why do I go for the Raptors right away? Why do I think it's a good play? It's because I know that Viego wasted time. And then he went for his Krags, so he's gonna be late on this camp respawn timers. It's actually quite late that I can pick up the Raptors after even clearing my entire jungle. That's what happens when you end up playing like this Viego. He should have just not done Krags, probably, and reset or try to protect his Raptors. Because now he's gonna give me level 6. And yeah, my Ahri is really gapped here. I end up thinking that it... Anive has no egg, by the way. The egg is on cooldown. Ahri got it. So I really kind of wanted to go in there. Wasted my R. Sucks to suck. It's a pretty long cooldown. I don't have Ultimate Hunter or CDR, so it's gonna be pain in the ass. Now let's talk a bit about TAL. Why the fuck do we go TAL, guys? It's because the item itself is pretty broken, as in it just gives a lot of fucking stats, because you're supposed to stack it, and also the build path is hard. So it's rewarding you for playing the lane out as an AD carry, farming up properly, and then it takes some time to scale up compared to other crit items which have impact instantly. But on melee champions, they changed it to stack twice as fast. Push this Viego out of my jungle, get the fuck out of my jungle, Timmy boy. And that only takes about a full clear, some like 5-6 camps maybe. And you have the item stacked. Gives a ton of attack speed, 8 and 80. The passive lasts for 6 seconds. We'll look at it a bit more later once I have the item to show you guys in the inventory. And pay attention to these details, very important. I don't go into the jungle right away even though I'm stronger than Viego, even though I know what he's doing, I have the lead, I have the timers, and I also don't farm my camps. Like, I could just continue to farm my entire jungle. I collect the wolves because I get a level up. That's the key thing. Especially a level up into my Q. Very meaningful. Now with the level 7 I have a lot more kill potential. This clear here is faster. And I could potentially maybe 1v2 depending on the situation. Always be an angle. Now I see an opportunity. Viego is bot lane. This guy is simply overextended. I press R and I go for the grabs. And I decide to take all of them, even though I have a bunch of camps to farm, even possibly counter jungling the Krags, because grabs are super important on Nocturne. And this Jax is making a classic mistake in League of Legends, which is these people think that if they just got ganked, they cannot get ganked again because they think that the jungler recalled and went to the other side of the map. And that doesn't make any fucking sense, because I can steal Krags, I can do grabs, I can take my own jungle camps on top side. Of course, and he does like a lot of piggy. Thank you for the free gold, man. So you're playing Nocturne, you're not Udyr, you're not Shyvana. This champion has a point and click semi-global spell into hard CC burst combo, which you can use to kill the enemy laner a lot easier and work on these towers. If Anive overextends, I press Nocturne R, I have 3 grabs, my damage to towers is really high, I'm gonna take 3-4 plates, maybe the entire tower. And this is very important to pay attention to as well. Let's look from my POV. Viego was bot side, I spent a lot of time top side, I don't know if he took these camps. I pinged my teammates to check and they didn't. Unlucky, you have to try to communicate with your teammates. But the key thing is that I'm running to mid lane. I'm giving myself the option. You have to do this. Because if I open through top lane, then I don't have the option to go for these bot side camps. And I want to pet bot to top to end up counter jungling again. Ideally, right? Or just continuing to play around the fact that Jax has no flash and my set has a full item while my bot lane is completely useless, just some bunch of attack speed on Caitlyn. Without over-explaining this, I'm just giving myself the choice. So they didn't check, which is pretty much telling me I'm not gonna waste time checking these fucking camps. I'm just gonna farm the other camps. Now, I'm keeping track of Viego. I'm already 100 CS. Little boy is 50. And I take his Raptors. Then I get a gank on mid lane. Look at this. Try to kill steal this as well as you can. The attack speed is crazy, by the way. 2 attacks per second with Giga High ID, with crit. And this is exactly what I mean. I can start working on these turrets. And look at what this item gives you. 55 AD, 35 attack speed. The item is almost stacked. I just bought it. And then another 30% attack speed for 6 seconds. Now you have to realize, this item is made for AD carries, right? If Caitlyn auto-attacks someone and she has Yuntal, this is going to go on cooldown for 30 seconds. Even if she does like 1 auto-attack poke on someone. And she can easily waste this steroid. But for Nocturne, you press R, and in that 6 seconds period, you have to kill the target. You have a lot of DPS, and they die in 6 seconds or less if they are not some kind of tank. So that's about 4.5k gold in stats that synergize very well with your kit. Why crit? It's a very easy way to scale Nocturne's damage. I'm gonna have like 200 AD right now with 2 attacks per second with crit, and I can get even more attack speed if I block a spell. Just very hard hitting auto attacks. Simple as that. A lot of multiplication. I'm forcing Viego to come mid lane, right? Working on these towers, not going to farm jungle camps or gank or something. And he just dies like a noob, that's just a byproduct. But if he's forced to come cover mid lane, even though he shouldn't, we are not close to getting the tower, he could wait for an EVA TP maybe, then he cannot steal your camps, he cannot dive my bot lane, he cannot gank set. It's a mind control. Mercury threads, Kindle gem very important for ult cooldown, even just for basic abilities. If you look at Q, it has 8 seconds base cooldown, 5 seconds duration. So you want to get it to 5 seconds cooldown ideally, with some CDR items, because then you have permanent uptime on the AD and movement speed. And past that, you really don't need much more CDR on Nocturne. Really, everything after that is kind of luxury. Again, I keep snowballing. I have the tempo on this little Viego guy. He's completely clueless in a jungle role. We see all of them 3 top lane, and this is just patience. Pay attention, guys. I could ulti right now, but why? He still has the set transformation. I don't exactly know Jack's cooldown because I didn't watch. That's my bad. To pay a bit more attention. And we could wait for Anivia to leave, so I can 1v2 them without getting 1v3'd. Anivia can press W and I might be forced to flash and kill myself. Or I could simply kill the Anivia if she goes back river because she wants to cover mid lane. And because of what I did earlier, the grabs and the gank mid lane, and hitting this tower, which is the most valuable tower to have in early game, to open up the map, so to speak, allow your mid laner to roam easily and make counter jungling easier, the tower is fucking gone because Anivia made 2 big mistakes. And then also another mind game I can play with this Viego. Fuck, I can't click on him because of the fog. Okay, we kill Anivia, and then he's still in set for a little bit, but I want to control him. He's thinking that maybe he can fight because it's 1v2, he has the set form, he's thinking, well, I was Strybreaker, kind of equally grounding items, we both have a legendary, and I want to give him confidence, because I cannot kill this Viego. He can use E, R, flash, and at any point in time I can ult this little clueless Jax if I want to. But I wasn't sure if he could E here, so there's no reason to overcommit. Because I can just push this wave in, hit level 11, which reduces the cooldown on my R. Let's have a look. By 23 seconds. Massive. And then continue to cancel their bases. And attempt to bait them into a 1v2. And guess what? Oh my god, I'm under tower, guys! Please come and kill me! Spell shield the stun, and it's just no brainer. Boom, 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 boom! How fucking easy it is. Look at the crazy DPS from this build. Unstoppable. And at the end there, I make sure to R plus auto tech at the end, so Viego has nothing to flash, because if I ulted too early, then he would just flash away and I would have to waste my flash, which I don't want to do when I have 1k gold shutdown, because if we both use flash, it's a lot better for Viego, because I'm more vulnerable, higher chance I could potentially give this shutdown. And then you saw I could have done these camps instead of recalling. I know they were up, I'm tracking Viego perfectly. But I just reset because I could also attack these camps and the dragon, and these guys are going to fight bot lane because they think I'm top lane. They see me top lane, they're like, let's fight bot lane, guys. This is our time to shine. And they just give me a bunch of free kills. And I have some patience with my spell shield here, you'll see in a second. I don't spell shield the Jinx W, I don't use it for some Anivia bullshit, I spell shield it for the hard Jinx CC. And then it's easy for me, I Q a buffer so she has to dodge down and enter my grasp. Then I go for Drake. And why do I go for Drake instead of going for the enemy jungle camps, you might be wondering. It's because I can still contest them later, especially when my teammates are back on the map and I just want to secure this dragon, make sure they don't stack soul. Generally, it's pretty good to go for camps first and then do the objective if you have a good plan and you can trust your teammates a bit. And all I'm trying to do here is not die. I could try to combo with smite there with an auto tech or abilities, But I don't want to die. I don't give a fuck about the grove. I don't want to give 1k gold shot of the enemy team. Look how much stuff there is to do on the map. I could potentially farm any of these lanes. 3 lanes open to farm. My third jungle is up. There's also Herald. And I have ulti to potentially gank somebody. Because after this thing is over, Anivia could walk by herself mid lane and die. I could go top lane and kill Jax. There's so much stuff to do. Dying is not an option. And I'm hovering. I'm eating that guy a little bit, forcing a cooldown, and queuing to poke. I have red pet, gonna proc a slow here and there, and here I'm positioning myself tactically to just queue these guys over the wall. And then I'm thinking right away I could go cracks, but now I'm looking for an angle. Well, my pig is set, press R and W, and maybe we could go in once Ari is arriving because I'm waiting for her. No, we didn't get any spell off. Unlucky, happens to the best of us. Handless. We go on the cracks because now we think even deeper. What is going to happen here? Well, these guys are going to kill my teammates, and then they are thinking, it's time to get this tower, looks juicy. What will happen is that I'm really strong. If they bring 2 players to hit this tower, if Anivia or Viego aren't chasing, I can 1v2, maybe even 1v3 if they walk up too close. I'm just really fed, really leveled up. Collect some free garbage, thank you very much, Jinx. And then even here, should I walk into this wave to kill it? No, I can just wait for another Q. If Anivia walls me, Viego is hovering because this guy is smelling the juice. He wants the 1k gold shutdown. I just safely farm that. Exquisite gameplay. Easy fucking peasy. Back on my camps, and I want to collect this herald. What's the deal with herald, guys? This objective is pretty broken. You shouldn't over prioritize it. But when I can get it for free like this, when I know they invested a lot of players, it's a 1k gold objective. That's how I see herald. You get 200 gold, and then you can take a tower which gives like 700 gold, create some pressure. So it's kind of like a 1k gold objective, because towers also allow you to close the game out sooner, and you can get even more than 1 tower. Usually you get a tier 2 on side lane with it. That's the minimum value, minimum best value, so to speak, that you want to get. And look what I'm doing here. Ult on the Lulu to force her to ult herself and be behind Jinx. Because if I would ult the Jinx, Lulu would ult her anyway, and my positioning would be worse. But now I get an even fatter angle, because look at its fate. I instantly hit the Jinx after ulting the Lulu. And she ulted herself. And she wants to CC me. It doesn't matter that my damage went on Lulu because she ulted herself. So I killed Jinx at the same time, but my positioning is way better. Then we get to farm some more jungle camps. This is pretty standard. I'm extending my lead. Village everything. And as I told you in the guide, make sure to drop a like, sub, and check out my main channel as well for the guides. Really good Volibear guide there as well. But the next one, I think I decided to make it on Mordecai set, especially because tomorrow medium-sized patch is dropping and there are a lot of AP item changes, so I'll experiment with Mordecai for a bit, which is one of my main champions. I love him. Yeah, if you get like 10 motherfucking kills, you can build a hubris. This item, as long as the passive is triggered, it's strong. Like, it's just really solid for damage output. Glass cannon even has some haste, so I like it. I like lethality items that have haste on Nocturne. Possibly. There we go. We deleted these kids. 3 fucking kills. We get some hubris stacks. Because you have to realize, hubris already gives more stats than the price, which means that if I get some stacks and the passive is triggered, the item is like 4k gold in stats. which is automatically a pretty good item, and you have reliable targets, especially when you are fed, you can nuke them, and it becomes pretty efficient, as long as you keep using that passive. Let me show you what I did here. And yeah, Hubris, 90 seconds duration, my ult is already under 90 seconds, so I can get the stack, and then on my next ult I will still have the stacks to refresh them again and collect even more AD. Now I get a bit more haste, maybe I have a blue buff, and just getting the level 16 is gonna reduce it by a lot. And I use Herald here. I don't take the tower right away with it, which I could, and the reason I'm using Herald is because I'm forcing these guys to answer me, because there are people already pressuring on my team, pressuring mid lane, which is dropping low, and this guy was working his way on this tower. So they have to answer set. If they don't, maybe I get an if they don't come to me, maybe I get an inhib. It's almost 4 AM when I'm making this video. I just have to do it because the replay is gonna expire tomorrow, so fuck it. Might as well do this before I go to sleep and drop some content tomorrow. And then I get it anyway, because I faked that I'm leaving. And Jinx was coming to cover. And now she goes back mid lane, where they're also losing a tower. So with this Herald, we kind of got 3 towers. Because everybody's split, trying to fucking cover something, and they were late, bad tempo, and I just didn't get anything out of it. And guys, does it matter that my set went 0 too early? Or that my Ahri was spamming me, crying, going down 30 CS at 5 minutes, missing every spell? Or that I have a 0-3 useless Caitlyn with only rapid fire fucking rush at 20 minutes? Basically 3 losing lanes. Does it fucking matter? Of course not, because I'm 1v5 pentakilling, owning the entire game. I'm owning the Rift. You have to get to this level, whatever champion you are playing. If your champion cannot do what I just did this game, then don't fucking play it. Reconsider it. If you want to play Nunu or some garbage character like Ivan, which Ivan is OP in high elo, but you are gonna be a slave. Do you want to be a slave? Or a 1v9 beast? Like, look at this, I'm cosplaying... I'm cosplaying my role pretty well. I'm like, oh, guys, I'm walking in shadow, please don't kill me, I'm so weak right now. Like, I will press S there a little bit, and I just collect a free fucking double kill. Get the fuck out of my screen! Useless piggies, man. So bad at a game. Learn to fucking play, man. You guys are trash. This Viego gameplay gotta be some of the worst I've ever seen in my life. He's just running around like a headless chicken in gameplay. It's sterling, man. I don't know what to say. And then, guess what? I found some camps, heal back to full HP, and then go back to push another lane. Like, look at how many towers I took. I basically took top lane tier 1, indirectly. I took mid lane tier 1. Then I got the mid lane tier 2 as well with those bot lane plays, because Ahri was able to hit it for free. Then I get these towers as well. I get these towers as well. And I'm starting to work on this inhib. My team got this inhib. Like, we just get everything on the fucking map if you play like this. They are constantly under pressure. They cannot do anything because they made a few mistakes and it was just enough. Even if these guys were turbo fed on solo lanes, because you're gonna play against people like Viego that are just completely clueless and give you every single opportunity for you to take over the game, you're gonna carry it anyway. Because jungle is OP. Guess what, guys? Jungle is OP if the enemy jungler is cancer bad like this Viego. And he's not super high elo or something. But most of you guys aren't super high elo. Most of you guys are fucking gold, statistically. Silver. Platinum. So you can do this to these kids. Let me show you guys something else even. Because it gets funnier and funnier. What is my team doing? They want to rush? Baron. I'm spam pinging them. Look at the minimap. Please do the blue buff. 1v4 this innocent blue buff. Who cares about the next? We can do it right after. Let's secure both buffs so we get mana regen, HP regen, slow, true damage, ability haste. No, they just don't feel like it. I'm spamming the buffs and they're flaming, unironically flaming. This is the state of US solo queue and League of Legends community. Flaming me for telling them that we should get the buffs for 2 minutes. We can take Nash in like 10 seconds, and then we have 2 minutes with 5-man double buffs to just end it. And we go for Hullbreaker, of course. Dance because you want to scale up 2-2-2 healing. This is just gonna make it super easy to end the game. Fits with my split push win condition. We just get the Baron buffed minions on 3 inhib lanes. So it's 6 super minions spawning every 30 seconds with Baron buff and with Hullbreaker buff. Because you don't have to be isolated anymore to do this. Fertilize the fucking egg. And then Romanian future. Chris Viego. Oh my fucking god, I really need a replay on that one. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we delete the Anivia. She was rather Vegezonia, by the way. Oh my god, lol. Look at this Viego. It's 0.25 speed and it looks like I'm killing him in real time. I have 500 deal with lethality and like 2.5 attack speed. Yeah, this is the beast that you can create if you take my advice. Like guy's a bit OP, he can ignore auto, this GG. And look at these minions, man. They're mini Malphites. 88 magic resist, 218 armor. Jinx doesn't even have armor pen yet. And they have 3.2k HP as well. Like, this is legit a tank. This is a fucking tank. Let's look at Set stats. Set has a bit more HP, but less armor and less MR. And he's like almost 3 items with Tabis on level 16. Like, and he's squishier. He's legit squishier. If you don't count his abilities and stuff, of course, then this super fucking minion. Jinx could hit this for 3 years and he run and move, and you have to kill 6 of these motherfuckers every 30 seconds. Bro, she can't even kill 1v1 in 30. Yeah, this is League of Legends. This is League of Legends in season 15. It can get fucking funny like that. Yeah, once again, guys, drop a like, a sub, check my channel where you can actually have the reasoning for why I chose all of these different items, including boots, and why I went hubris, went snowballing, and all of that good stuff. Let's see, I said 25 minutes. G, motherfucking G.